Hey guys, this is Hot Minute. I'm Jamie.
And I'm Ashley.
And we like to talk about who's hot in wine. Sometimes we get off track, but
that's okay.
It's fine. It's fun. It's fun. We're having fun. We're friends having fun. You can follow us on Twitter at Hot Minute, H-O-T-T. The extra T is for
titties. Sorry.
No. It's for the best hotties. HOTT Minute on Twitter. You can also find us on Facebook, and we're going to have a lot of fun over there. So we want one of those cool podcast groups to spring up to spontaneously.
Do we ever?
No, but please follow us on all the places. Thank you for listening. You guys.
And who knows what kind of like bonus content we'll give you, and maybe we'll ask questions.
That's where we'll mine data.
Oh my gosh.
So in keeping with tradition of episode 2, we're going to start with apologies.
Yeah.
And that's gonna need to be a constant fixture on this show. And so right out of the gate, apparently I need to apologize because the show The Nick on Cinemax that 14 people watched apparently had a season 2, and the 14 of you that also watched it with me
immediately let you know.
Immediately. But it's great. So I'm gonna just plant little Easter egg fuck ups like that so I know you're listening. But no, there were 2 seasons.
Active listening is really important.
It's very what was it? What kind of consent? Affirmative consent and active listening and call and response. Those are fun things. So yeah, we're sorry. There were 2 seasons, and now it's going to be over because if you watch the 2 seasons, you will know why. So anyway, spoiler alert. And Ashley, who I feel like you need to do a very special apology.
Well, I mean, I already kind of at the top of the show gets right to it. I need to apologize to my grandma this week because she, number one, supports me in all that I do. Loves me very much. She listens. She listens to the podcast. And her one criticism to date was too much cussing.
Well,
I just threw a titties right out of the gate.
You said titties out of the gate.
And she's just like, too many F's. And I'm like,
I don't even know I'm doing it.
I don't. It's like a comma.
Yeah.
It's like a comma. It's instead of saying like. That's the thing.
Fun.
Like, what the fuck?
Okay. But anyway.
So sorry to my grandma.
Sorry. I'm also
You're the
sorry.
best.
I want everyone to like me, especially grandmas.
And then that just is also our third apology. Kind of, we're just going to apologize for who and what we are.
Yeah.
Which
is
2 women who kind of just say whatever pops into our heads.
Yeah.
Like, is this going to be funny or interesting? Is it going to make me laugh?
Yes.
Is it going to...
All I care about is, am I pleased with me?
Exactly. Am I really proud of myself every day? Yes.
Typically, I'm not.
I'm going to carry on.
Yeah, typically I'm not. So right now, I feel powerful. I have a microphone, and I'm getting attention in a delayed way, and I'm just going to say fucking whatever I fucking want.
You look fucking professional as hell, man.
TY.
You're welcome.
Right. Well, that's the apology section. Sorry. All right. So now we're gonna get into the shoe.
Wow. So this week, Jamie.
Yeah.
Who are you crushing on?
I'm glad you asked. So I'm crushing on a very specific photo of a young Martin Landau.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait. Here's the photo right here.
Yep.
Where can our listeners find the photo?
Well, I'm going to describe it. Don't worry, because this is an accessible podcast. But if you would like to go see it, you can go to our Facebook page, and we'll have it up, and on our Twitter, and on our Instagram. We'll put it on all our social channels. But I wish we could like us to unlock the picture of Martin Landau, because I know you're just salivating.
Oh my God. And this picture.
So he fly. So this picture, I was scrolling through my Twitter just manically, and I couldn't sleep. I was like, what's on fire now? And I was pleased to see in between all the tweets about our world falling apart that Martin Landau was a dime. He was a dime piece. So I'm not in the crushing section. I do very little research. We do very little research. It's really just it's a gut.
Yeah.
It's a gut. It's a very visceral reaction. So scrolling through, she pulled up some new ones. Young Martin Landau, tall,
not like
Jewish,
a hottie body necessarily. He's
pillowy
not like...
lips though. Okay, so this picture was taken by James Dean in James Dean's apartment, and he's got like ram horns, so it looks kind of like satanic.
So like mounted horns on the wall.
It looks like he's hanging from the wall as well. Like maybe he's in a little danger. But in like the picture that I like, he's like, I don't care that I'm in danger. I'm very young. I'm going to the Pratt Institute with James Dean and Steve McQueen, and I I draw editorial cartoons. And later I'll win an Oscar for Ed Wood. But I don't know that yet. And so what I'm doing here is I'm just looking fly as hell. I've got a full head of bushy black hair because
it's so much hair and it's so black.
He's got a very symmetrical face. I love a strong eyebrow.
It's very masculine.
Very masculine.
Like he's got like his forehead is there. There's like divots in his face, and
like he stops short of a chin dimple. But he's got the nasolabial folds beginning. But he's in this picture, I'm going to say, because it's like he's old, or he died. I mean, he's dead. But in this photo, he's probably all of like 19, but he looks easily 32.
Whoa, are you serious?
No, I don't know. But he's in acting school, so he's very young. He acted for 78,000 years.
Every man looked like he was 45 until like 1989, and now everyone looks 14.
Do you think it was like diet? Like he ate like just beans?
Everything was in a can and had a lot of preservatives, and you drank 8 glasses of milk a day if you were lucky. And
he looks milk fed.
He suckled at the teat of the mother of whatever he's hanging on.
He breastfed until his mother's titties just dried of milk, as was the custom at the time, until he was probably about 12 or 13. And and then just ate beans.
What I really want to say about this particular photo of Martin Landau is it took me a minute to realize that these were horns behind him, because one of these horns is like coming up on his on the side of his face and like swooping. There's a swoop to it, and I thought it was like a tongue. Ooh. I thought it was a tongue licking his face. I thought this was a still from like a horror movie.
No,
like this is the big sentient like worm that he like kind of wants to not kiss necessarily, but he's thinking about it.
The thing I like is that it looks like he's a little bit in danger. It's also just like
he looks like Kevin McAllister hung up at the end of on the door hook on Home Alone. Yes, it does. He looks like he got picked up by a robber and hung up by his collar on a door.
What I also like about this is it was taken in James Dean's apartment, crown molding.
Ooh, so very good point. Somebody
had a nice apartment.
That's active looking.
Yep, active looking. So that's my crush this week is this one specific. Ooh, there's a picture of him with Jimmy Dean.
Who took this photo?
Who knows? They're at like Sushi Train. Where are they? They're at like a Denny's.
Ooh, James Dean is trying too hard.
Yeah, Martin Landau's not trying at all.
No, we'll share this picture. Oh my God, it is not even funny how much hotter Martin Landau is. Than James Dean in this photograph.
It's great. So anyway, that's who I'm crushing on, and I'll continue to crush on him for some time.
I'm proud.
So Ashley.
Yes, Jamie.
Who are you crushing on?
Well, Jamie, I'm crushing on the entire cast of the hit 90s and 2000s TV series Everybody Loves Raymond. One of my favorite sitcoms of all time. I watch it constantly. I watched it like
she talks about the show a lot.
I watch this show a lot. I talk about it a lot. I'm going to tell you something. It's amazing. It's an amazing television show. It's good. I find Ray Romano physically attractive as well. I think he's cute. I think he's a very cute man. And I think I watched him. Did you see The Big Sick?
I didn't, but I haven't. I know I should know.
Here's some really exciting news for everyone about The Big Sick. So I knew Ray Romano was in it. I put off seeing it for a while. It's so hard to get me to see any movie because they're bad.
I don't want to see it because I know I'll be sad.
You will be sad. Yeah. You will be sad. Maybe you shouldn't watch it.
I'm sad a lot.
But here's something that'll make you happy about the movie.
Yes.
Ray Romano is in it, and he is super Ray Romano. And his whole thing is like, and I really relate to that. And I find it really comforting.
Nah.
Make him say,
Make him say Ray.
And he's just great. The show is great. Doris Roberts.
Oh, Doris Roberts. Untouchable.
She's the best actor on the show. She's hot as Marie, who's a firecracker, and she just loves her family so much that she doesn't even know what to do.
Loving your family is hot.
I agree. You know, Peter Boyle, obviously.
Peter Boyle is, I'm going to go ahead and say, Martin Landau and Peter Boyle.
Boyle.
That's career hot. You're like, man, that guy has like been in some of the best shit. He's
great. Everything about that show is good to me, and I don't know. As a powerful woman in the media, I feel I want to encourage people to like seek out good things, and if I can convince anyone listening to give Everybody Loves Raymond a chance. I mean, you'll probably not like me anymore. I know it's not for everyone, but it's for me. Funny. If you like laughter, if you like sitcoms, if you like families, there's people who haven't watched the show don't know how good it. There's a Rashomon episode. There's a whole episode where Ray thinks he's going to tell his daughter, like, the birds and the bees, but she's like, why does God put us on earth and why do we die? That's an episode of Everybody Loves Raymond.
Who knew?
I knew.
Okay. Would you have sex with Brad Garrett?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. He's very tall. He's very big. The general bigness of him in comparison to the entire cast. Especially what's her name? Patricia Heaton?
Oh, Patty.
She's so small. She's a tiny woman. She's like 5'1". And then, so the scenes with them together are really funny.
So we have a friend, and we're not going to say their names because we're not going to dox anybody.
I'm not doxing anyone.
But we have a mutual friend that family friends with Patty Heaton.
Was like a bridesmaid,
like in their,
right?
Like in their lives. And she's a lovely woman, apparently.
It was
like
the best thing I'd ever heard any of my friends tell me. You know what? Here's just general, like, don't tell me anything about your life unless it involves someone in a sitcom. I don't want to know, oh, your grandma was like a World War II fighter pilot and she was the only woman. That's cool, I guess. But did you go to college with anyone on the
Facts of Life?
Yeah. That's what I want to know.
She knew Blair from Facts of Life. So Lisa Welchel.
That's who I'm crushing on this week. The entire cast of Everybody Loves Raymond.
That is an excellent crush.
Thank you.
Okay.
Wait. What's this?
Oh,
there's breaking news.
Woo, woo, woo.
What? There's breaking news. Oh, guys, we have.
I think it's the Suits siren.
That's the Suits siren. We have an update on Suits,
the TV show.
Guys, Meghan Markle, who we discussed. As we know, she's gone. She's off the show. Guess who's replacing her? Guess. Jamie, you have one guess.
Okay. I know who it is, so should I pretend to guess the right answer? Wrong answer.
Guess the right answer.
I'm going to guess, is it Kitty Katherine Heigl?
It is exactly Katherine Heigl. Katherine Heigl is joining the cast of Suits. That's a huge Suits update for everyone. Season 8, I believe.
So, Katherine Heigl is supposed to be difficult. But I'm glad she's not doing NyQuil commercials anymore, and she's on a TV show.
She's on a TV show.
That's cool. Good for her.
Good for her. Good for Katie.
I know. Yeah, but I just hope that Suits knows what's happening to him because I'll keep
you guys. I'll keep all of you abreast on any Suits developments that cross my path.
I'm very curious to see what your boyfriend thinks of her because I know he's a big Suits fanatic.
Yeah, it's really funny because he was like, it's getting really hard to keep watching Suits. It just keeps going. And then he found out there were 6 more episodes that he hadn't seen. And now there's a whole new season.
There's a whole new season with Katherine Heigl. Well, all right. Good luck to her. Good luck to her and the cast of Suits.
My best friends.
All right. Well, all right. So we got our crushes out of the way as per the format, the stringent format. We're going to now spend a little bit more time. God must have spent a little bit more time on these two people that we're about to talk about.
You go first.
I'll go first. So as we, each week we try to think, who's someone who's left an indelible mark upon us that we have strong feelings about, that we're willing to stop being lazy for 3 seconds and do just a quick Wikipedia search and jot down some notes on, because Lord knows I didn't do it for old Martin Landau. I'm just rattling shit off the top of my head. But a person that I'm willing to spend a little bit more time on this week that I think is hot, molten lava hot.
HOTT
hot at hotminute.com. Or no, wait, whatever. A person that I think is really hot is Dwight Yoakam.
Oh.
So, as you know, I grew up in Texas, listened to a lot of country music, and Dwight Yoakam was actually sort of, I'm going to go ahead and say, a little bit of forbidden fruit. I have a distinct memory of being in a car with my mom, listening to the Mary Chapin Carpenter song, I Feel Lucky. And in that song, there's a lyric that says, it's so cheesy. She goes, "Hey, Dwight. Hey, Lyle. Boys, you don't have to fight. Hot dog. I feel lucky tonight. I feel lucky. Oh, my God." And my mom was like, "Ugh, Lyle Lovett and Dwight Yoakam. God, if that's who makes you feel lucky, I feel sorry for you." And I remember just being like, I kind of like them. And I think that was like, I was probably like 6. And I just remember thinking like, I think Lyle Lovett's cool. He's married to Julia Roberts.
Who were their contemporaries that your mom thought was hot?
Well, it would have been your George Straits, your Alan Jacksons, your Garth Brookses, which, Clint
George
Black.
Strait, I get. Clint Black, I get.
George Strait is, okay, I will do a whole episode about George Strait. That is
we'll have a special episode.
I would still... There's a billboard of... He's selling tequila now, and I drive past it on the interstate, and I'm like, I'd fuck him. I'm just like, yep. Come on, troubadour. Let's light it up. But we're talking about Dwight today. Yeah. So Dwight Yoakam, he's got a Clint Howard vibe.
I wouldn't go that far.
I'm just saying, if you unmask, if you take off the hat, you take off the bejeweled jacket, you take off the tiny tightest jeans.
Jamie, what size jean does he wear?
Well, I don't know, but I can tell you a fun fact about a certain other star, Kenny Chesney.
Oh.
I have it on good authority from one source who learned it from 3 other people that Kenny Chesney wore, he might have gone up a size, as we all do, women's size 25 jeans.
That's incredible.
So I haven't worn a size 25 jeans since I was like 12.
I shop at stores that size things like berry and like lemon, apple, or pear.
Yeah, I'm a pear. So I don't know what size pants he wears. It wasn't on Wikipedia, but Dwight Yoakam, the hotness for me with him is that, first of all, I love his music. When I moved to Nashville, I rode a Greyhound bus to Nashville to visit my boyfriend. So I was on a terrifying bus ride for 27 hours where I almost was like, someone almost like probably cut my head off. It was terrifying. And there was like a storm. I know that really happened.
That happened.
But I had one CD. I had a Discman that I was terrified the entire time. I'd lose or have to barter for like a sandwich or something. So I was very poor. And I listened to Dwight Yoakam's greatest hits on that entire ride. And
27 straight hours, just
27 straight hours of guitars and Cadillacs, baby. And the hotness is there's a vulnerability to him. Also, dude just likes to fucking rock out. So he totally, I think, ushered in, let's be honest, rockabillys it's cosplay for hair, for like people that barbers.
You have really good hair.
Yeah, it's like barber cosplay. But Dwight Yoakam apparently in his early age, like sort of moved to Nashville to kind of make it as a songwriter, and then eventually just moved out to LA and was like, and it makes so much sense if you listen to his music. So he moved out to LA, was really into, he's from Pikeville, Kentucky, but he moved out to LA. He played shows, like he played like punk shows and would like open for like X and stuff like that, which was like really interesting. And so there's like this edge to him where you can tell that he's in on the like, there's an authenticity to the music that he's doing that makes him hot. There's this unapologetic, also like sort of glitz and like tongue in cheek.
And here's the thing, like the 4 things that you've mentioned sound very cool. Mm-hmm. Like that's cooler than anyone who tries to be cool.
But he was charting in like the 80s and 90s, and he was like very authentically kind of just doing whatever the fuck he wanted to do during that time period. But getting radio airplay because his songs were just really that good. And he's still releasing albums. They're still good. Like, a lot of people, it's like, I released an album.
Oh, yeah,
and I'm, it's my, like.
It's a Christmas album.
Right. Yeah. Or like, I'm sorry, have you listened to a Rolling Stones out? They put one out every month. No. And it's like, I haven't listened to one since like 1989 or something. Same thing with like Aerosmith.
Anybody seen my baby?
I know. Where is she? I don't know.
That was probably 25 years ago.
Angelina Jolie's in that video.
I did not know that.
A young Angie.
Angie.
Yeah. An actual good song that they did. But Dwight Yoakam's still putting out albums that are, he just put out an album called Population Me and like Blame the Vein, and like they're not as popular, but they're fucking like solid, good, listenable albums that bridges the gap. You don't have to listen to pop country. He's never pop country, so I think that's hot. Also, he's a very good actor.
That's what I mostly know him from. Is
he's
acting
a very good actor, and what I love about acting. So like, he's the type of hot where when he's on stage, and I saw him like 2 or 3 years ago, and I got to meet him, and he didn't give a fuck about me, and that made him even hotter.
I love that.
Like I met him at a meet and greet, and he was just sort of like, "Hey," and he like kind of lightly touched my back, like he just had to kind of to lean in, and I love that. Did not give a shit about me, and I was just like, "Validate me." Which was hot. But then he's in movies, and he just rolls into and just owns like. I kind of look like Clint Howard. Like you take off the cool jacket and the cowboy hat and the sort of like just nasty swagger that I have on stage.
What's the world where Clint Howard decided to go with the Dwight Yoakam look?
Right, you know? Right. When I say that, just like facial beauty wise, like the guy's ugly hot. Like he's in your bashimmies,
He's got really I haven't seen him recently, but his skin is not smooth so much as it is tight.
Yes.
Like
he hasn't aged because he's got the type of he got that Ethel Mertz face. He doesn't age.
He looks like Judge Doom in Who Framed Roger Rabbit. Yes. Just like it's a skin mask. It's not an epidermis on muscle on bone.
It's just a mask of skin. We all know that.
That's a very common thing.
But I think he's made really interesting choices too in the films that'll be in, because he doesn't have to act. So when he's in a movie, you just know that he's doing it because he actually wants to be in it. So the most famous one
is like Sling Blade, yeah.
And he's incredible in Sling Blade. He's also in Panic Room.
Never saw that.
It's good. Young Kirsten Dunst. No, Kristen Stewart.
Yeah.
And Jared Leto's in it, like acting.
Jared Leto's in Panic Room?
Yeah, but he's got bleach blonde cornrows. He's like, this is my character.
Cornrows?
Yeah, he has. He has cornrows. Okay. It's terrible.
I might watch it now.
Dwight Yoakam's like the ringleader of like the baddies that are trying to get into the said Panic Room. Hence the name of the film. He's also in Wedding Crashers. He's super funny. His comedic timing is excellent.
So he does drama and comedy and music and stage productions.
He was in a Flowers for Algernon as a young child. Got the bug. Got bitten by the bug.
He's like, I feel alive up here.
but I don't have any hair because I had looked the same since like Martin Landau. Like he drank a lot of milk. And he just hasn't changed in years. But yeah, he's also in my favorite Christmas film. It's not my favorite. It's a Christmas film. It's a Christmas film that I saw called Four Christmases, which is genuinely very funny to me.
Is that the one with
it's
Blondie?
Reese.
Yes.
Reese Pacey.
And
Reese
the other one.
And Vince Vaughn.
Vince Vaughn, that's it. Is he in another movie with Vince Vaughn? Is Dwight Yoakam in another movie
Wedding
with Vince
Crashers.
Vaughn? Okay. Are they friends?
Oh.
Okay.
I might change my opinion.
I don't know why you would.
No, it doesn't. I don't care. Yeah. And Johnny Cash once said that he was his favorite like country singer.
That's cool.
I know.
That's really cool.
That's actually very cool.
Extremely very cool.
Yeah, so he's cool hot. He's ugly hot. He's tiny jeans hot.
So he's
rhinestone
small.
Hot. And he's small.
Yeah.
But he's not but he's big. He's got a big heart.
He's got a big persona.
Big persona.
Yeah, it's called the X Factor. Learn it. You know?
X. He played. Yeah. So anyway,
I want to watch a new 27 Hours that's just you on that bus ride listening to the Dwight Yoakam Greatest Hit CD.
That was
over
a long ass ride
that
back to Lonely.
That would be actually a good movie.
Yeah, long ass ride back to Lonely. Because the ride there, I was like, oh my God, this is crazy. I'm on a bus and I'm going to go see my boyfriend. And the ride back, I was just like listening to like, and I was just like,
across like the East Texas landscape too.
I was going back to like Crockett, Texas. I was super sad. So that's mine. I
think that's good. I think that's a really good one.
Yeah, it's a good one. He's super sexy. His music's incredible. He's a good actor. And
I like your positivity about him.
Yeah. I mean, I've nothing negative to say except I just like dogged him for 4 minutes calling like. But you know what? Clint Howard's got a little swag too. I'll give it to him. It's like I'd Jackie Earle Haley like that, you know? Like they got that kind of like, all right. I know you were cast as like a pedophile, but you look good.
God.
You look good. You got something about you. Got a little something about you. JB's curious. All right. Well,
charisma.
Charisma.
It's called charisma.
It's called charisma.
Speaking of charisma.
What's up?
Guess who I'm talking about this week? This is another musician.
Charisma Carpenter from Buffy?
I wish I was talking about Charisma Carpenter. I may just scrap this completely.
No, go on. We'll get to you.
I like Lorde. I like the singer Lorde. I like that girl. I think she has an interesting voice.
Lorde.
I
spelled her name.
Her first record I didn't really like so much.
Okay.
I will be honest. It's called Pure Heroine, Heroine, which is deeply embarrassing to even like kind of say out loud. But here's the thing.
She was like 14.
Exactly. So it's like clean slate.
Yeah.
You can never blame anyone for anything they said or did under the age of, frankly, like 35.
Agreed.
As far as I'm concerned.
Also, there were some bangers on that.
I mean, obviously, Royals was the banger hit, but I don't know. It just
wasn't your fave.
Teenagey stuff grates on me.
Yeah.
Sometimes, just reveling in the teenageness of it is hard for me to think about or care about or like because. I mean, my goal in life is to tell teens things I feel like they need to know.
How many teens are you encountering?
All of them every day. I mean, there's Melanie, there's Drexel, there's Bevan, there's Trevin, and they are my best friends.
And Trainer,
Megan Trainer, teenager Megan Trainer. No, but here's the thing: your teenage years are stupid. It's okay. Calm down about all of it. Yeah. Calm down about all of it. But follow-up record. Melodrama, which I am into.
So
Melodrama, the concept is arguably my favorite thing and also how I try to choose to live my life.
Right.
And the record's just fucking fantastic.
It's great.
So good. It's so good. As a person who knows how to party. It's a really good record. If you ever have been to if you've been to 5 good parties, you should listen to this record. Absolutely. Because it sort of nails the sort of liminal state between
No, it's really true.
It really is true. It's like, oh, we're crazy, but it's like, should we even be doing this?
I don't know. Are we gonna hook up? I'm not sure. But I'm gonna say it in a pretty interesting
and it's really
way.
Funny. I think there's really funny lines. I think she has this sort of wry sense of humor in her writing that is just so. That's
the thing that I appreciate most about her is that she's very self-aware. But so I think the term melodrama, the title itself is tongue in cheek in a sense, but then the music is melodramatic.
Exactly.
As well.
I mean, there's
it's on the nose, but she knows it's on the nose. I think.
Bet you'll rue the day you kissed a rider in the dark. That's a song. That's the Kate Bushy song on the record. Yeah.
Well, I was just about to say there's the obvious just physical comparison to Kate Bush. They look a lot alike to me.
Yes. I did a way less research than you did, but here are things about Lorde that I like.
4 minutes.
Here are things that I vaguely remember having read once, and I'm not sure if any of it's even true. So I know she's from New Zealand, but her mom is a poet from Europe. I think her mom is. So her mom's a poet, and then her dad's probably a fucking sculptor or something. One of those things.
Her dad's a pharmacist. How do you think she
really?
Made it? I don't know.
I have no idea. Well, she has the kind of background where it's oh, you're my beautiful, talented child. Yeah. Let's foster and nurture this and help you grow into the. What's that like? I don't know. I'm 8 generations away from being able to do anything like that.
They were shoving milk down your great grandma's throat.
Just a funnel down my throat, gallons of milk. Lorde is going off to poetry school.
Ashley, did you drink your breast milk? It's time for school.
Here's the Lorde controversy that's happening right now.
Lay it on
is the Grammys recently happened. I watched them. They were bad. One of the worst things was Lorde is she was the only woman who was nominated for Album of the Year, and she didn't perform. She didn't have a slot. Originally, they were going to put her with other artists, and that's making me wonder if they wanted to put her with the Kesha bit, because it's what even other artists were there? Because Kesha had 5. It's just all very upsetting to me that she was not given the respect she deserves.
No,
because I don't know why. There's no reason other than sexism.
Agreed.
And ageism.
Yep.
And fear of her beauty.
So the other thing about Lorde, and I feel like you can have an opinion. I feel like you could have an opinion about this.
I've never not had an opinion on anything.
Anything. So do you remember her performance? I think it was the MTV Music Awards. This was like, I remember there was like a hurricane in Texas, and I was stuck there with some friends, and we ended up watching that award show.
I remember this.
And she performed, but she apparently had the flu, was getting over the flu, so she couldn't sing. So she just like did this weird David Byrne dance in like a diaper and tights, and people carried her around, and it was so weird, and it was hilarious.
That.
It was hilarious, but like not hilarious where I was watching it with. Lorde has done a good job, I feel like, of her persona being aware enough that when you watch her do that, you're not like, oh my God, she's
cuckoo.
Doing yeah, she's crazy. It's like you watch that, and she's done a brilliant job at a very young age of you watching that and being like, she knows exactly what she's doing, and she's trolling everybody.
Yes, because
she was not dressed in a sexy way. She had like warm up pants on under a dress. It was like when you're in kindergarten, you piss yourself at school. Or like you spill milk on yourself, and they're like, go to the nurse.
Lost and found outfit.
Yeah. She's wearing like jams and like a Taz shirt, and like it was so good. And so maybe the Grammys were like, yeah, we don't want that trash.
I have never seen her. I want to see her live. I do want to see her perform.
I do too.
I've seen almost every pop star, almost every band I care about. I'm extremely prolific in going out at night to do things, but I've never seen Bruno Mars, and I've never seen Lorde, and those are two of my favorites these days, so I want to rectify that as soon as possible.
Because I was doing other stuff, I genuinely am asking you right now live. It's not live at all. It's recorded. Like, we can edit this, but who won over her?
Album of the year?
Yeah.
It was Bruno Mars.
It was Bruno Mars. And
24 Karat Magic.
People were pissed.
Yeah, and that was fucking stupid that they were pissed.
Walk us through it.
Let me tell you why it's stupid. Here's why it's dumb to be mad at Bruno Mars. It's the same reason it's mad. Like, if you're mad at Bruno Mars or mad at like Lil Yachty or whatever, not everything has to be for you. Not everything in the world has to be for you. I understand. Look, is 24 Karat Magic the album of the year? No. It should have gone to Kendrick Lamar. That was a bad choice. The Grammys are stupid. Everyone knows this.
And it should have gone to Kendrick Lamar and not Lorde.
Everyone knows it should have gone to Kendrick Lamar. But don't blame Bruno Mars for other people's voting. Don't blame Bruno Mars for being popular. Don't blame him for being talented. Don't blame him for being a fucking superstar.
Also, the people that voted for that are like 80 years old, and they're white, and they don't know what's going on, and they're like, I don't know.
Here's the thing. You know who loves Bruno Mars? Literally everyone.
Yeah.
Literally everyone.
We've already discussed this.
So it's how are you going to be mad at someone for living his life and making his career in his own way? You know what he does? He goes all over the world and sells out stadiums, and he makes people dance, and he believes in that in his heart. And I'm not going to disparage him for that.
We talked about him. He's a jobbing musician. He has the work ethic of like a vaudeville star. If you need more on Bruno,
if you need more Bruno,
episode 2.
Look it up. I've discussed this in length, but yes. Anyway, Grammys are stupid. Lorde is good.
Let's talk about her hair.
Good. I think her hair is my ideal. I have very flat, blonde, stringy hair with a hideous widow's peak. I look like like Eddie Munster, but less hot. Like a less hot Eddie Munster is sort of my hair.
To be fair to you, he is very hot.
That's
Eddie
true.
Munster is molten lava.
Whereas Eddie Munster is like a 10.5, I am more like an 8.
Yeah.
You know, I'm like an 8.
You're an 8.5.
So I love a thick, beautiful, dark head of hair. Like those are my... Her hair is just like...
She has the type of hair where like... I don't have to wash my hair as much because I'm getting a lot of grays and it's changing texture. But like she's 17 and doesn't have gray hair and has great texture.
It's so much texture. I want to. You could like climb it. It's very Rapunzel-ish.
You could stick a pin in it; it wouldn't fall out.
It wouldn't go anywhere. There's probably like 18 pens in there right now, and she has no idea.
Because she's a poet.
She's like, oh, I'll just. I can't do a New Zealand accent.
I'll pull it out. I don't know. That was. That was like a weird chimney sweep. Yeah, she's great.
She's great. Her records are great. Her songs are great. The ones that I like anyway.
The The ones that we bothered to listen to
The ones
are great.
that I think are good are great. What a shock. I think she's beautiful too. I think she's just a lovely young woman. I think she's poised. I think
she's got a little Darcy
and she's and she's like the kind of like sort of like neo-goth sort of vibe, which I've always sort of aspired to and never achieved.
So what I'm gonna take it, this is gonna get us in an apology zone, but what do you think about her friendship with Taylor Swift?
Oh, I mean, what do I think of anyone's Taylor Swift friendships? I don't think they're real. I don't think they exist. I kind of feel sorry for her. I wonder if she has any people in her life who are real to her.
No, I don't feel sorry. Oh, she's like going down.
Here's the thing, though.
Giant inflatable slide into a pile of money.
I don't feel sorry for tall women.
No,
like ever. I very rarely like something really, really shitty has to happen to you to make me pity any woman over 5'6", frankly, because I'm extremely jealous. I'm aware that this comes from a place of like jealousy and insecurity. But guess what? My life is my own.
And guess what? This is our show.
This is my show.
And we're insecure and we hate everyone.
Not everyone, just Taylor Swift. But no, I mean, what can you even do if you're Lorde? But also, what can you do if you're Lorde? You're, 16, 17 years old? And you're big everywhere.
Is she still 17? How old is this?
She's like 20 now. Yeah. She's like 20.
She can't drink. She can drink in New Zealand because it's a real country.
She's like, I think she's 20. Here's... colleagues. I mean, you're always going to be like professional colleagues with other really famous people when you're a really famous person yourself. And I just think it would always behoove you to be just like nice and polite to everyone. There's a great picture of Lorde with a dog. We'll put that up.
Oh my God, this is so cute. Somehow all my Lorde searches are in Spanish. This is like, lo que no sabías de Lorde.
She's popular all over the world.
Yeah,
everyone loves her.
That says, and I love it.
I'm less concerned. I mean, I thought you were going to ask about Lorde's different friendship. I didn't know you were going to ask about Taylor Swift because I thought you were going to ask about her co-producer.
Oh, yes. She's inspired. I heard, she has a co-producer. I remember reading an interview with her and she was like, we were hanging out, we were writing. This is my terrible accent. She sounds like, I don't know. And she's like, and I just had to dash home and just write these lyrics. Right. And
This is Jack Antonoff.
Yeah.
Who, number one, is my age. And so there's that.
So children think that he's smart.
Children think that he's smart. He
was in the band, period, lowercase fun.
The worst. They had the one song was good. I liked the one song that was good.
Is it that We Are Young? Is that them?
What was Electric Love?
I
don't know. Anyway, I guess I like his shit because I like her record and her record was good and he worked on her record. But he recently broke up with his longtime paramour. Then there were rumors that maybe he and Lorde were going to be dating, but she's like number one. Again, she's super young and he's not. He's already with models. There was this. I closed it. He was dating Lena Dunham and they broke up. And I had the full statement pulled up, but I'm just gonna paraphrase this statement that she made.
Lena
made after the breakup. She's like, I'm still wearing the ring Jack gave me because I don't want to follow. She's like, love has no beginning and end, and it's just our Western frame of mind that, like, I mean, it was the worst. My
head just fell off.
I can't even. It's like, golly, I can't believe they're not still together.
Yeah.
You know, can you imagine 5 fucking years of that? Can you imagine 5 years of, and don't get me wrong, I'm awful. Like, I'm an insufferable person. Like, I'm super annoying to be around. I am Lisa Simpson to some degree. Like, I'm just always going to be in your face.
You're not Lena Dunham.
But I'm not Lena Dunham. I'm not. Anyway, and I'm also not Lorde as much as I wish I was.
Like, if you're listening here, okay, episode 3. If you're listening to this and you like Lena Dunham,
or you are Lena Dunham,
you should probably not listen to this podcast.
Yeah. I've never watched Girls. I have no interest in ever watching Girls. I don't need that. I don't need that. I don't want it. I don't need it.
She's not the voice of my generation. I tell you that much.
You know what's a better show? All of the other shows.
All shows.
Everything else.
Everybody loves Raymond.
One Day at a Time reboot on Netflix. Everybody watch that. Yeah. Everybody watch Everybody Loves Raymond. Everybody watch Enlightened. Everybody, maybe Friday Night Lights is probably better. You know what? I've never seen it. I guarantee.
Oh.
Friday Night Lights is better than Girls. I don't even
100%.
I've never seen either of them, and I can say that definitively.
All I know is that Brian Williams' daughter got her booty hole eaten
That's
out.
what I think of every single time. I just think of
on the show.
I think of Allison Williams, like wobbly ass cheeks, like getting eat, and she's standing up in the kitchen.
Yeah, so
number one is so First of all, I'm pissed that I even have that image because I did not watch this show. Why is this in my head?
Do that in your room, Allison.
Thank you. Do you have roommates? Don't you live in New York? I don't know. Who fucking cares? I'm sick of that show. Lorde, huge fan. All right.
It's great.
All right.
And Get Out is great. And I watched Get Out and I was like, oh, I like Allison Williams now.
Oh, I haven't seen it yet.
Oh my God.
I'm going to watch it. I'm definitely going to watch it.
It's the best.
Again, I'm not going to see movies. All right.
Get Out's great.
Bag. Final segment.
Roll that beautiful bag footage.
This is the bag of hotties, and our producer Michael told us he had a lot of new submissions. If you want to submit a name,
hotminute.com/contact or something.
I don't know.
It's like,
You'll figure it out. It's a website. It's 2018. Sorry.
There's 2 things in the nav bar. You'll find it.
It's not hard. Jamie, pull some names out.
All right. So these are just random names. We do not know what's in this bag, and we will tell you our opinions about
clearly we will.
Gordon Shumway, aka Alf.
Gordon like the puppet Alf.
I think Alf is hot and thought he was very hot when I was a kid.
Alf, I've never had a crush on Alf.
I totally had a crush on Alf.
I had an Alf paint book and it was the kind of paint book where it had like the dots of color already in the lines, and so you just had to wet the brush. It's like the paint books for like simple children. And I mean, he lived on Melmac. I mean, his nose looks like a sex toy.
I mean, it could have been why I liked it. I'm going on Wikipedia to see if we can find anything. Produced by Lorimar.
Lorimar Productions. Huge.
Did everything.
80s and 90s.
The title character is Gordon Shumway, a friendly extraterrestrial nicknamed Alf.
I was just talking about Alf with someone, I cannot remember who the other day, but they said that the show just like jumps right in.
So one of the things that I liked about Alf and found to be hot is his little hair. It's very his hair kind of reminds me of Jeff Goldblum's hair, who I find very attractive.
Alf is a blonde. Alf is like a dirty blonde.
He's like a Ted McGinley blonde.
Great reference to show killer Ted McGinley. Oh, Married with Children.
Ted McGinley Happy Days. Fine. Ted McGinley, like,
wow. Oh my God.
So can I tell? Sorry about the Alf thing. That was a great one put in the bag. Blah, blah, blah.
Let's just talk about Ted McGinley because I had a huge crush on Ted McGinley when I was in 7th grade.
Also, me too. So I had a huge crush on Ted McGinley. Married with Children was like my family's show that we watched. We watched The Simpsons and Married with Children.
I learned the word slut from Married with Children.
My dad had I remember going to the mall with my mom to buy my dad an Al Bundy shirt that said "A man's home is his coffin," and my dad still wears it. And it's faded, and it's just got a whole.
I want that.
It's great, and it's like
I want that as like a feminist reason. Yeah, that's so cool. You can like ironically wear that now. No, ma'am. No, ma'am.
Go get it away from my dad. But yeah, Ted McGinley, man, what a hottie. So the thing I was gonna say is I thought he was super hot, and then I remember one day I found a picture in like my parents' like chest, and I was like, this guy looks like Ted McGinley. And I was like, he's cute. My mom was like, that's your grandpa. This will be the 3rd episode in a row where I've had an incest theme. But yeah.
Do you think you could find that picture of your grandpa?
Oh, yeah. Okay. I definitely can. He has a Ted McGinley vibe. It's like the smile is very similar.
Oh, my God. I want to see this so badly. Yeah. Ted McGinley, a thing about Ted McGinley is his heyday was in the era of a lot of hair.
Yeah.
So when I think of him, I think of his like big hair. He's just sort of like your beefcake. He's like a hotter Fabio, I guess. Mm-hmm. He's like your beefcakey kind of like, I don't know.
I'm going to find it.
He's probably, I don't know what he's doing these days.
Who cares?
Hanging out with.
Get him on the show.
It's super easy. Super easy.
He's okay, right? Is he?
I mean, that's the thing is like I honestly don't know, and so I don't want to speculate. But I feel like every like D-lister of that era has like joined the Nazi party or something. Like it's really upsetting.
Yeah, he and Scott Baio are at a rally right now.
I'm pulling another name out.
All right.
Oh, this is a good one. This is a next level. The one, the only, the artist.
I have so much to say about this.
Formerly known as Prince.
R.I.P. Man. Talk about depressing shit.
You know what video I watched yesterday?
No.
I watched the video for Seven, which is probably my favorite.
It's one of my favorite
songs. Yes, thank you. Oh my God, New Power Generation. The video is incredible.
So fucking
okay.
good.
And listen, R.I.P. I'm sorry he's dead, but all that shit's online now, and it fucking rules. It's great to have access to the stuff.
Oh, Seven.
I'll watch them fall.
It's so good.
Everyone listen to that right now.
So good. Seven is such a good song. The filthiest sex dream I've ever had in my entire life was about Prince.
That makes sense.
And I will vaguely describe it because I don't know who's listening to this.
My grandma.
Hey, what's her name?
We're not going to dox my grandma.
We're not doxing your grandma. Carol?
Sure, Carol.
Throw off the scent. Because everyone's rabidly going after Ash's grandma. No, so the dirtiest sex dream I ever had. So I worked in retail for a really long time. And like at the end of the shift at like 3 o'clock in the morning after you do the planogram, you always have to take the bag of money down to the night deposit box. And so I did that just for so many years that I had a dream one night that when I put my bag in the night deposit box, Prince came out from behind the LL Bean and summoned me toward him and then led me to a lair underneath the mall.
What can only be described as probably a fuck palace.
It was a an underground purple fuck palace underneath the Cool Springs Mall. And we went underneath the mall, and I won't describe what happened next, but it's very vivid and literally to this day, like the nastiest sex dream I've ever had, and I remember every detail of it.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
I'm really proud of you.
And he was like, and he had on like a very high waisted pant and no shirt, and was just like, "Hey, girl."
One thing about Prince that I really admire too, and it just gonna get deep into this for no reason. I know,
Great.
I know that I would never. I was not his type. I am not. I am a short blonde.
Prince hooked up with the most gorgeous.
This is I'm talking about with the hair. It's like Prince gets it, like the thick black, dark brown. Like, oh my God, he's just beautiful. I mean, he's beautiful. It's hard. What
the sexiest thing about Prince too is how he empowered like women. Like he had all this like the sexiest fucking women in his band, and just like made everyone in his sphere of influence feel important and sexy, and he was sexy, and it was like, yes, there was a lot of like genuine physical facial beauty happening.
Yes.
It was just a menagerie of gorgeous bodies and people.
Unbelievable.
But again, it goes back. I think if Prince had a fucking, I don't know, mole on his face, he still would have been just as hot and just sexy.
You can go online and watch.
Whatever.
You can go online and find like concert rehearsals that they taped from like 1985, where it's just like constant. Oh my God,
and he's so talented.
I heard a rumor too. I heard a rumor that after he died, like when they were dealing with his estate and everything, that he didn't have normal clothes in his house. Like he just always dressed like Prince. Like there were no jeans. There were no like hoodies.
He wore fucking like purple and orange paisley.
I mean, the blouses. Oh, like, God. I mean, just the Charlie Murphy forever, also R.I.P. I mean, Prince is just gorgeous.
God, that gets me.
And like one of my few childhood memories is the music video for When Doves Cry. I mean, it imprinted on my soul.
I listened to When Doves Cry. I listen to Let's Go Crazy literally once a week. It's on like a main playlist of mine, and I can be driving to work just like, I wish I was dead. And I'm like, woo, let's go crazy.
Nothing compares to you.
Oh. And the thing about him that's so great is he wrote such an amazing song and let such an amazing performance happen, and he didn't need
Manic Monday. Same situation.
Same. You know who reminds me of Prince in a lot of ways, in a lot of weird ways. Now that I'm thinking of it, is Willie Nelson.
That's not what I thought you were going to say at all.
Diminutive, like to get high, and weird. Like, well, not weird. Prince is weird, but wrote songs that were crazy mega hits, and you only find out sort of later in sort of like a bar trivia way that these people did this stuff.
I don't see how people could hear Manic Monday and not instantly recognize that as a Prince song, though. You know what I mean?
It's true.
Like he had a style. He had a unique style that you like instantly. And also, he's like, wasn't he's like a genius, like kind of scammer too, because didn't he do the thing of where it's like if you buy a concert ticket you get a free record, and then he had like the #1 album in the country. Yep. I love that. I love that. I love towing the line of like, no, that's cool, and then people that make you change the rules after they're done with you are just tops in my heart forever.
Well, just like the whole era, I remember being really young and just, pre-internet, people being like gossiping and sitting around having a conversation about the period where had the symbol on his face and had like slave.
Oh, his record label, yeah.
Yeah, like written on his face. And I remember just like being at like a hair salon with my mom and people sitting around and just talking about that. And it was a topic of discussion, and it worked.
There was a great era in American life where people were just talking about Prince all the time.
All the fucking time.
All the time.
God. And
I mean, it's hard.
Cool Springs Mall Sex Palace.
What more can we say? I mean, he's beautiful. He's just...
And he's just,
unbelievable.
Just outside of being one of the coolest people that's ever
talented,
like walked the earth, and
true to Minnesota for some reason, which I love. I love that.
Yeah, same. Okay,
I want to do one.
Okay, one more
from the bag. Alf and Prince so far.
This is great, honestly,
for the hat trick of insanity.
Okay.
That's a sports reference.
I think I've got a good one. I'll let you read it.
It's Blake Shelton. Country superstar Blake Shelton.
Full circle.
All right, so I'm going to have to pull up some pics because I know who Blake Shelton is, but I do need a visual reference.
So here's my deal about Blake Shelton.
Yeah, I mean, I got a deal too.
He kind of looks like he smells like sausage. Like I see pictures of him. I'm like, he smells like you're just Jimmy Dean sausage, like uncooked sausage.
So first off, I was thinking of the wrong person entirely. I was not thinking. I was not envisioning. So who's the guy who's like who's the country singer who's like a golden retriever and he falls off the stage all the time?
Oh, Dierks Bentley?
No,
Burks Bartley.
Whatever.
Ritz Blartley. So Blake Shelton is dating still. Is he still dating Gwen Stefani?
Yes.
Miracle Baby. Yeah, because she's fucking.
This
60.
is an OK magazine.
Yeah, no, they're always saying that. So here's the deal.
I think Blake Shelton is super hot. Not super hot. I think he's handsome.
So he's way handsome, and also I watched the first few seasons of The Voice. He's hands down He's very funny. He's much more charismatic. He and Adam Levine had like a fun dynamic. I was all on board with him. Then he and Miranda Lambert got divorced, and I like Miranda Lambert. I like her a lot.
I do too.
I think she's ride or die bitch. I also have it on good authority. I have several friends that know her personally. No big deal. And she is a really nice person. I don't have the same
feelings.
Stuff. Well, no, I've heard different things about him. I've heard some mixed bag stuff about Blake, and
I think here's Blake's biggest
he's
talent.
Like 6'5". That's
he's really
talent.
tall. You know what he does? He wears suits really well. He looks extremely good in a suit. He looks extremely good in a three-piece suit. He looks nice in a vest. He's he's business handsome. He's middle management hot.
I will say too, from watching The Voice, he usually picked people. He was really good at playing the game. He was really good at playing the game on The Voice, where I felt like Christina would just be like, "Oh, that person sings like me," and Blake would be like, he would pick people that were marketable, and he knew, which was sexy to me.
Oh, what a surprise! And he's with Gwen Stefani,
right?
Right.
So it was sexy to me because there was definitely a business knowledge kind of undercurrent to all of his dealings on that show, where I was like, this motherfucker knows what he's doing. He knows how to make money, and he knows how to make money moves, which we can talk about Cardi B.
Part of my real life is I have to write about country music a lot, but which is weird because I don't really care about it and I don't even really like it that much.
His music is trash.
His music is whatever.
It's pure trash.
He had a song called Sangria. It's like you're like sangria. Anyway, here's part of my job learning about country music is I have to look at their Instagrams a lot. Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani. Well, it's so embarrassing. It's embarrassing. Their public interactions with one another are so try hard.
Oh yeah.
I think she's gay now. You know what I mean? It's like, come on.
Her though, just sidebar, man. That woman loved Gavin Rossdale so much that she tried to make that marriage work. He is gay. She tried to make that work. She tried to make it work for years. They had Zumba and Rumba. And all these other babies.
They had Kingston, Jamaica,
and Queens and whatever else. They had like 50 babies.
Yeah.
And then he just fucked her over in the end. And I think now she's like, you know what? I'm not gonna. And her star was so much brighter than
not
Bush.
Even funny to me. She's not a she's a problematic fave, but she's not even my fave. Like I will talk.
Gwen Stefani in 2004. I'm sorry, you cannot pull me away from that record.
You can bury me with Tragic Kingdom. Okay, you can bury me with Return to Saturn, but I don't.
I loved her solo shit. Sorry, I loved it.
You see the Love Angel Music Baby stuff. I'm not.
I liked it. I now, in retrospect, know that it was, a little.
Hey, Jamie, Pobody's Nerfect. Okay.
I loved that album. I was also, I think this will also be the third. So I talked about incest and my crippling depression. It was great for me. I loved it. I was like, you know what? What am I waiting for? I should leave the house today.
That's great.
So it's great.
That's important. Music helps people more than movies. So the person that I was thinking of when I read Blake Shelton, the
he
image
smells like sausage. Luke Bryan.
I thought Blake Shelton was Luke Bryan first. Luke Bryan is the country singer who is a dog. Like he's like, oh, he's a dirty dog or he's ugly like a dog. Like he seems like an active. Like he's like, hey guys, I'm Luke. Do you want to go to a party? That sounds great.
Okay. There's a cooler.
There's multiple videos of him falling off stage. He falls off stage all the time. He's like probably really hurt himself.
I bet he's nice.
I mean, I don't know. I can't speculate as to that. You know what would be nice? It would be nice if he came on the show. A good way to prove that you're nice. A good way to prove that you're nice is to do things that I ask you to do.
I bet Luke Bryan is a nice person, and honestly, maybe Blake Shelton is too. I don't know. I see a sneak peek of Florida. I think I'm gonna go ahead and say it out loud. I'm gonna say something out loud that I'm not proud of.
I'm scared.
No, it's not about music. It's about an experience.
Ooh.
Florida Georgia Line opened a bar downtown in Nashville, and I fucking love it.
Where?
It's like nice.
Are you sure?
I promise. I will say I was very drunk when I was there, but I had a great time.
Oh, I had the same time at Margaritaville downtown.
Jimmy Buffett and Florida Georgia Line, get on the show.
Let's go downtown. Okay. Let's go downtown after this. Yay.
No, I like their bar. It's nice. Has nice pictures, nice drinks, nice food, nice family, nice fun.
Oh, well, that's good.
I feel like we're done.
I feel like that's it.
Yeah.
Were we going to say something else?
Oh.
Anyway, find us online.
Yes.
HOTT Minute.
At Hot Minute. Go on Twitter. Look at the picture of Martin Landau. We'll put pictures of just sausage for Blake Shelton with a little wig on it. That's
weird. Really funny.
Food with wigs.
Yeah. So tune in a couple weeks for more, Suits news and who else we think is hot.
Who could be on there now?
Martin Landau's ghost.
Jackie Earl Haley. Alf. Ted McGinley.
Oh my God. Okay.
Them.
Yes. Okay.
Call them.
All right.
So let's get him on that show.
Who's Ted McGinley's management?
I don't know.
Let's just do this.
It's me.
As of right now, you just put that in the universe.
Guys, I Googled it. It's me.
All right. So thanks for listening, everybody.
Thank you so much. At Hot Minute, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. Join us. Have fun. Thank you so much. Bye.
I'm happy.